Welcome back to this HTML and CSS video tutorial. In this video we are going to learn how we can add images to our website, but before we do that I'm going to change some settings for my environment over here. I'm going to view and I'm going to change the layout to the single one. I'm going to stick with a single one for now. To add images to our website, as I said in the previous tutorial, first of all we have to keep images in our images folder, in the folder that we are working inside. Okay, so in this case I will first of all find an image. So let's say I'll take this image, which is the MTN logo, and I'll copy that image, Ctrl+C to copy the image. Now I'll go into my HTML folder and I'll find my images as we discussed in the previous tutorial, and I'm going to paste my image over here like so. Now, having my image over here, that means I can easily attach this image, or I can easily add this image to my website. So let's go to our Sublime text where we have our codes, and what we are going to do is we are coming to add the image inside over here like that. So what I'll do is, now before I add the image, let me go ahead and add a paragraph text. Okay, so I'll say the P and I'll say, hey folks, I have a filler for you, and MTN special Sunday special day, and it did be okay. So this is a paragraph text that I have, and I'm going to add an image on this paragraph text. To add an image to your website, what first of all you need to do is you need to introduce the img. The img tag is used to reference an image, or is used to attach an image to your website. Now if I do this, save this and go into my browser and reload the page, you see I have, hey folks, I have a filler for you, MTN Sunday special day, and it is big, but I don't see any image displaying over here. This is because we are not referencing any image over here. Okay, so we need to reference an image as we did for our navigation bar in that previous tutorial. But in this case we are not going to be using href over here, but we are going to use src, which means source of the image. Okay, and now what is the source of the image? The source of the image is here, whereby we have the images folder and we have MTN logo. Okay, so what I'll do is I will reference that by typing images/MTN logo. Now let me go ahead, save this and go to the browser and reload it once again, and still I'm not seeing any image over there. This is because although I'm referencing the image, but I'm not specifying the type of image that I'm using. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go back to my image, just keep my cursor on my image like this, or what I'll do is I'll just right click, go to properties, and I'll see that the type of file for the image is PNG, as I see over here. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go back to my code and I'll keep .png over here. Now when I save this, go to the browser, reload the page, as you see I now have an image displaying in my browser over here like that. Okay, so to reference an image or to add an image to your website, first of all you need the img tag. After that you need the source for the location of the image, and our image is in the images folder. After that the name of the image is MTN logo, then the format for the image is PNG, so you add .png. Another thing we can do is we can give an alternate text for our image. Okay, so I'll say alt equals, then any text I'll keep here like MTN will display in case our image is not available on our website for some reasons. Now what I can do once again is I can add the height and width for this image. So I can say the height for this image should be around 300 pixels. Okay, and let me save this, go into the browser and reload this, and now the height has increased a bit. Okay, let me add some more height so we can see very well. 400. Save. Now reload the page once again and you see the height has increased for us. Okay, but what it's doing now is keeping the paragraph text down, very down to our browser. Okay, so I'm going to reduce the height now to 200. Save this, reload it in the browser, and as you see, the height has also reduced. Okay, now I can also specify the width for my image by doing width equals, let's say width is something like 500 pixels. Okay, 500, not 50. Save this, reload it in the browser, and as you see, I have the width also increased. Okay, now another thing I can do is to align this image. Okay, so let me now, to align the image, I'll use align equals, then I will say align should be top. Now another way we can reference an image is to use the hard linking. Okay, now the hard linking is when we have an image on a website, then you want to just link that image from the website to your website straight away by not copying the image. Okay, so what I can do is let me go to a website that I'm working on, and I have an image over here which is a lady with a very beautiful natural hair. Okay, so for me to hard link this image, what I'll do is I'll right click on the image, then I will copy image address, or in some other browsers it's copy image URL. So I'll copy this and I'll go to my Sublime, which I have my course, and what I'll do is I will come and paste the URL in here. So I'll delete all this image / MTN logo what, and I'll paste that over here. Okay, in this case, when I save this, go to my browser and reload the page, you see I have the lady over here. Okay, but this is not a very good practice, in the sense that the person who owns this website has to pay for your bandwidth that you are using, has to pay for the bandwidth for you using his or her image on your website. Also, if that person's website is not available, then your image on your website is not going to display. So it's not a good practice to be using this. If you see an image on a website and you really want to use that image on your website, when you have the right to do that, what you can do is right click on this, then save the image rather than copying the image. Okay, so after saving the image, you can keep that image in your images folder, and you can go ahead and reference it just as we did some minutes ago, like so. Okay, so that is it. That is how you can add images to your website, and bye bye for now.